Published in 1748, The Spirit of the Laws, De l'Esprit des Lois, by Charles Louis de Secondat, Baron de Montesquieu, is one of the most influential works in the history of political philosophy and legal theory. The text represents a monumental effort to understand and analyze the laws and government systems of human societies, exploring their relationship to various factors such as culture, geography, economy, and societal needs. In this seminal work, Montesquieu outlines a framework for understanding the principles underlying political institutions, laying the foundation for modern political science. Historical context. Montesquieu wrote The Spirit of the Laws during the Enlightenment, a period characterized by a surge in intellectual activity and critical thinking about governance, liberty, and the rights of individuals. The work reflects the Enlightenment's emphasis on reason, empirical evidence, and skepticism toward absolutist and divine right monarchies. Montesquieu was deeply influenced by the works of John Locke and the English constitutional system, particularly the separation of powers. At the time, France was under the rule of an absolutist monarchy, and Montesquieu's critique of centralized authority was both revolutionary and subtly expressed to avoid censorship. The book became widely read and influenced political developments, particularly the drafting of the U.S. Constitution and the French Revolution. Key themes in The Spirit of the Laws. 1. The nature of laws. Montesquieu begins by defining laws broadly, stating that they are the necessary relations arising from the nature of things. For Montesquieu, laws are not merely human constructs, but are influenced by the interaction between societal conditions, physical geography, and cultural traditions. This holistic view of law contrasts with the notion that laws are imposed arbitrarily by rulers. He categorizes laws into several types, including political laws, governing the relationship between rulers and subjects, civil laws, governing relationships between individuals, laws of nations, regulating interactions between states. Montesquieu identifies three primary types of government: republics, characterized by popular sovereignty, further divided into democracies and aristocracies; monarchies, ruled by a king or queen with laws moderating power; despotisms, characterized by absolute rule based on fear and unchecked authority. Each government type is associated with a guiding principle: virtue in republics, the selfless dedication of citizens to the public good; honor in monarchies, nobility and adherence to traditional values; fear in despotisms, the absence of rule of law, leading to oppression. The separation of powers. One of the most enduring contributions of The Spirit of the Laws is the theory of the separation of powers. Montesquieu asserts the best way to prevent tyranny and ensure liberty is to divide governmental powers among three branches. Legislative makes laws. Executive enforces laws. Judiciary interprets laws. Montesquieu argued that each branch should operate independently, with checks and balances, to prevent any single entity from becoming too powerful. This principle profoundly influenced the U.S. Constitution and modern democracies worldwide. 4. The role of geography and climate. Montesquieu presents a controversial argument that geography and climate significantly shape the character of people and their governments. For example, he posits that warm climates may lead to more despotic regimes due to perceived lethargy among people, while cooler climates encourage industriousness and liberty. Although criticized for its determinism and stereotyping, this theory was groundbreaking in its attempt to link environmental factors to societal structures. Religion and society. Montesquieu discusses the relationship between religion and politics, advocating for religious tolerance while critiquing religious extremism. He believes religion should adapt to the cultural and political context of a society. While he admired the moral contributions of religion, he warned against its potential to become a tool of oppression when fused with political authority. 6. Commerce and liberty. Montesquieu highlights the role of commerce in promoting peace and liberty. He contends that trade fosters interdependence among nations, reducing the likelihood of war. Commerce, according to Montesquieu, encourages cultural exchange and economic prosperity, serving as a counterbalance to the greed and ambition that can corrupt governments. Montesquieu's methodology. Montesquieu employs a comparative method, analyzing diverse legal and political systems across history and cultures. His approach is empirical, relying on historical examples, including ancient Rome, medieval Europe, and contemporary England. By comparing different systems, Montesquieu identifies patterns and principles that govern the success or failure of institutions. He also emphasizes moderation as a key principle in governance, arguing that extreme forms of government, whether too democratic or too authoritarian, are inherently unstable. 1. Impact on political theory. Montesquieu's ideas about the separation of powers became a cornerstone of modern political thought. His framework was adopted and refined by the framers of the U.S. Constitution, particularly James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, and John Jay in the Federalist Papers. The principle of checks and balances ensures that no single branch of government dominates the others, safeguarding individual liberties. 2. The French Revolution. While Montesquieu's ideas were not explicitly revolutionary, they provided intellectual support for challenging absolutism. His advocacy for constitutional monarchy and the rule of law influenced Enlightenment thinkers and contributed to the ideological foundations of the French Revolution. 3. Critiques and controversies. Montesquieu's work has faced criticism for certain oversimplifications and generalizations. For example, his climate theory has been dismissed as deterministic and reductive. His preference for a mixed constitution has been criticized for underestimating the challenges of balancing competing interests. Despite these critiques, The Spirit of the Laws remains a seminal work in understanding the dynamics of governance and law. Relevance today. In the 21st century, Montesquieu's ideas continue to resonate in discussions about governance, democracy, and human rights. His insights into the dangers of concentrated power are particularly relevant in an era of rising authoritarianism and challenges to democratic institutions. Global implications. Montesquieu's emphasis on cultural and geographic factors can inform strategies for institution building in diverse societies. Judicial independence. His advocacy for an independent judiciary underscores the importance of impartiality and fairness in modern legal systems. Balance of power. The principle of checks and balances remains crucial in preventing the abuse of power in both democratic and authoritarian regimes. Montesquieu's The Spirit of the Laws is a masterful exploration of the principles governing human societies. By examining the interplay between laws, governance, and societal conditions, Montesquieu provides a framework for understanding the complexities of political life. His ideas about the separation of powers, the influence of geography, and the role of commerce continue to shape contemporary debates about liberty, justice, and governance. Despite some of its dated elements, the work remains a cornerstone of political philosophy and a testament to the enduring quest for balanced and just governance.